Hello, everyone, to the stream. We're just waiting for our guest of honor to arrive. Sorry for the long wait. She's almost here. Almost here. Just a little bit more clapping. Let me actually look at my investigations, because I don't know what those are. Oh. Let me actually look at those. Rathalos. Okay. Ah, I should have taken my time. Should have taken my time with that. I really love you, Pickle. Really love you. You just keep resting there while everybody just does tests on you. Stream, hello. How are you today? Enjoy my clapping for a little while longer. I need to get ready. Okay, I'm ready. Alright, so this is the lower part that you haven't seen last time. This is where hunters usually do all their stuff. This is the shopping person. This is where you gain bounties, and here's the marketplace. The captain over there will get you special goods for whenever you need them. The melder will meld decorations for you and items. And over here we have the apple enthusiast. Can never choose the right apple. Up here we have the gardens where you can farm items and take them on your journeys for crafting or just for use. Over here is the researchers. This is where I can look up information about certain monsters using my field guide. And this will go into effect with the different weaknesses they have. This is one I have yet to discover. Still don't know what it is. It might be a DLC. I don't know. Maybe Kieran. So yeah, that's down here. Let's go upstairs to the canteen and we'll start our journey, and you'll be able to choose our first location. And what do we do before we start our journey? We eat. And we eat well. Yes, I know, the food is delicious looking. Now, before we go on our journey, I'm just going to take a precautionary measure. Make sure I have all the items I would like to have. I think that's good. Let me craft some of this to get it out of the way. And we're off. This is when get to choose the area we go to. So we have a forested area. We have the desert, a monster graveyard, a coral tundra, and a volcanic mountain region. Comment the first one you would like me to go to. And don't worry, I'll be going over all of them during this stream, hopefully. Shouldn't take too long. Surprise you. Oh. Well, what do you want to hear first or see first? You want to see amazing sights or you want to see lore of the Monster Hunter world? So, lore or sights? Sights Pickles in, well, he's in all the areas actually. I can't see him on any of the monster trackers. He usually just pops up out of nowhere, being the angry pickle that he is. How about I start in the smallest area? Yeah, I guess I'll start in the smallest area. We'll start in Camp 1. We'll start our journey. This is the Wildspire Wastes, home to desert life. I might change my weapon just in case I do meet any monsters that I would like to hunt down. And if we don't spot a pickle, then the last thing I'll do is hunt one with some people. So each area has a campsite that you can go to. This is where I can change my equipment, which I could have done back at base, but I like to show off the inside of this area. For this area, I think I'll show off the bow since you didn't see that last time. The bow is a mid-range to long-range weapon. Good amounts of damage. And welcome to the Wildspire Wastes. Over here we have some herbivores doing their herbivore stuff. We have some kelbi right there. Oh, I've never seen those before. Well, oh, and right there we have a very rare jackrabbit. I think I might actually get that. Nope, you're not getting away. Gotcha. A pilot hare. We have a little honey stock right here. Save that for later. These are the mud regions. They're harder to cross because, well, they're mud. You want to try and stay on the solid ground. So it looks like there might be a Todos over here. From what I see on the tracker. He's not shown on the map, but he might be over here. He's a giant. Oh, you came back. And it seems we are actually hunting a more dangerous Todos. Well, since you're back, this is the Wildspire Waste. If you want to see me just talking to myself, maybe. Oh, there he is. You can watch the video some other time. Now, I don't know if I do want to face him. He does actually look different than a regular Todos. Hopefully these fish don't distract me. Oh, you lost power. Oh. It's okay. Oh yeah, those fish attacking my cat. Yeah, I think I'm just not gonna hunt him down. Might take too long with an electric bow. I could fight him a little bit though. Yeah, it's the bow. Let's do some dragon fire. I have paralysis ammo now. Don't move. Nice. Ow. No, you're running away? Oh, got him. Yeah, I don't know if he's running away now. Yeah, I don't think he's not, because he's mudding up. Got him. Yeah, I think he's running away now. Nope, no he's not. Where are you going? And I up again. Ow. Alright, he's running away. I'll show you the rest of the area. If I can get up there. So yeah, that was a ranged fight. I was of course by myself, so it was a little easier. The more people there are, the more the monster moves around. But it's also more fun with people. But when you're exploring like this, it's a little easier. So yeah, this is the muddy region of the Wildspire Waste. Now I'm going to show you the desert region. And as you can see, it turns from day to night. It's always a day-night cycle. Some areas are scarier at night than others. Just for now, I'm gonna cook something. Where are you? There you are. Heat you up. Let's get some of those. Oh, hi herbivore. How you guys doing? You sense something? Maybe a B-52 bomber? Yeah, they sense something. Up there. Wait. Is this a... Yeah, this is Diablos. This is another herbivore. They're very fond of cactus, but also very territorial, so I'll keep my distance. Never mind. And there's a famous screech. I'm going to try and run away now. Does he notice me? He does. I'm glad you do. I am not fit for this fight, especially with a bow. Nope, I don't want you coming up there. Yeah, I'm just gonna run. Try and use him. Yeah, see, the herbivores are guarding their eggs. They know what's up. Yeah, the horn would actually probably be a better choice. Yeah, I can't go that way because that's its nest. I just need to try and lose it somehow. Should have brought my lance. Some of those still coming after me. lose him? Maybe? Celebratory fireworks. And yet that doesn't draw his attention. Oh, a black Diablos. Alright, now this is where some of the physiology comes in. So what the monster you just saw just then was a Diablos. They come in male and female. A black Diablos, the physiology of Diablos is if a female is, well, in heat or is angry, their scales will actually turn black, which is an actual thing lizards do in real life. So all black Diablos are actually female and more aggressive. They can actually beat up a regular male Diablos pretty easily. And I'm wondering if I can show you a little glimpse of one. The bats are fearing. Is she in here? No, she's not in her cave. There's a footprint. Okay, so it looks like she left the cave by the direction of these footprints. Yeah, it looks like she left. I think I have enough information to track her. Yep, she's heading actually this way. So... yep, there she is. Black Diablos are a lot more aggressive, so I won't start a fight. I'll probably just wait until she passes by and then quickly get away. And like I said before, they may look very, very intimidating, but they are herbivores. Their love of cactus is too much. And another fun fact about their physiology is they're not very fond of sound. They do not like loud noises. So that's why I had to sneak a little bit to get away from her. Oh, yep, very intimidating. You do not want to face... oh, and of course her probably husband is still outside. I will. I will next area. Alright, I want to quickly check for a camp. There. Put these on real quick. These are flash pods. They blind monsters if the monster is facing the flash. Alright, looks like he dug away. So we're good. So that's the Wildspire Waste and the king and queen of the Wildspire Waste, the Diablos. Okay, on to the next area. We'll do the, well, forested area is pretty much how it sounds, but has a lot of physiology in it. A lot of lore as well. So, what's your first thought on Wildspire Waste? if you didn't hear me, um, what was your first thought on the desert, Wildspire Waste? Before we get into this area. I guess no answer. I guess I'll start then, since it looks like you're still in here. So, oh, actually, let me get my ghillie suit. This will be easier to sneak past monsters. Alright, so, yep, this is Ancient Forest. These here are Aptonoth, the herbivores of this region. They won't attack you unless you threaten them. We're heading into the deeper parts of this area, where the larger monsters live. One of them in particular I don't want to mess with at the moment. And it looks like he's already been here with this corpse. Here's a footprint. It looks like he headed that way though, so we should be good. Let's head in deeper to show you the... Now, the lower part of this area, as I grab this bug and eat it, is all of this... Oh, and here's another monster track. All of this area is one big tree. If you look really closely, they're all roots leading into the same tree. It's just one big tree, the Ancient Forest. And here comes a little friend, or pacifist monster called the Kululuku. Designed after a dodo bird, of course. They go after herbivore eggs and usually don't fight as much, but when they do, they use rocks to throw at the hunters or protect itself. Looks like she went off again. Looks like she lost connection. Sigma has been taken. Give me one moment, guys, for any of you who are also going to be watching this video. Just gotta make a couple adjustments. There you are. There's a little bugger. Gotta manage all those accounts you have. You should only have one. So, anyways, if you didn't already notice, I now have the horn. You're welcome. This is the ancient forest. Sorry for anybody else who would watch this video in the future that I'm repeating myself, but she is the guest of honor. So, ancient forest. And as you can see, the forest is actually made up of all roots, leading up to one giant tree. And the wildlife from those roots is very hostile, so gotta be careful, except for these guys. These are Aptonoth. They won't hurt us unless we hurt their baby. Some little birds. Oh. I see on my map we might have our first physiology encounter. So, what we see here is called an Anjanath. He is a hybrid of vulture T-Rex. Now, the thing about these flaps is this Anjanath actually breathes fire. It uses these flaps to exhaust the heat from its body and to cool down its body after it exposes its flames. And if it will show it later, you can get its attention. It has flaring nostrils. Now he uses his nostrils to gain more oxygen to use those flames. And he may look like a carnivore that hunts down its prey, but he actually also goes after already killed herbivores. But right now I think he's just hungry. Right now, there's that famous roar. I'll take revenge. Bad idea. Ow. Ow. See, this is why no one uses a horn. Because it's slow. Oh, please don't get me. Oh, he's gonna whack me. Oh. Now he's a little mad that I'm annoying him that much. This is the time to run. And you said I wasn't fit for these fights because I don't have the horn. As you can see, the horn isn't that reliant for damage. Even though you can't... Oh, he's still searching. Lose him in here. I know. I missed that. I missed that too. I missed that too. I think I just gotta keep going. Oh, there's gems there. How I really want them. Yep, he's still after me. Run, Afternoth, run. That's a dead end. There's the fire. This is a better place to fight him. There's that fire. Let's see if I could get him out. Time to ride a T-Rex. Keep messing up the songs. Probably helps that this is a water element horn. Oh man. Oh. Now he's ticked. Oh, he's actually running away. Horn is actually useful. So yeah, that was an Anjanath. Where would he be going? Oh, there's also Kulu. I think that's enough for one day. At this area at least. Alright, now is the forest. Next is... What do you want to see? Coolness or beauty? Coolness or beauty? Oh, we actually have another viewer. Welcome to the live stream. You can choose as well if you want. Coral Highlands or Rotten Vale. Beauty. We'll go with beauty. My favorite area. The Coral Highlands. Welcome to the stream, newcomer. Sup, fam? Nice introduction, Nathan. This is my favorite area just because of how they created it. As you'll see, Sigma. It's called the Coral Highlands for a reason. Feels like you're underwater. All the plant life in this world area is made out of coral. I'll switch my weapon for this area just because of the monsters that are in it. Let's do some insect glaive action. Oh. So, Sigma, time I introduce you to the B-52 bomber that I've told you so much about. Nice. My main weapon would be charge blade or greatsword. I won't be fighting this guy because this weapon, yep, bagel juice, aka B-52. Oh, we also have a Paolumu, the giant fluff bat. Anyways, I won't be fighting this guy because this weapon does fire damage and he is immune to fire and it won't be fun. Yeah, she hasn't played yet. Just, alright, meet Mr. B-52. Now, if I follow him, he might actually do some B-52 stuff. About the Basil Goose, which is his name, he has explosive shells underneath his shell mane and his tail. As you can see, those little black shells there underneath. These shells, when launched while he's enraged, will actually explode like bombs, which is where he gets his name, B-52. And Baselgeuse is also a German name for an aircraft carrier. I don't know the exact story behind the aircraft carrier, but it carried bomber planes. Probably my favorite thing about him, if I get something to shoot at him, wherever he may be. My favorite thing about him is that they based his roar actually off of a siren noise. Yep, Taco Bell and Monster Hunter. Best combo. If I can actually make him roar for me without having to fight him, my ghillie suit might run out. Yeah, he'll probably run out. There, where'd you go? As you can see, Sigma, oh, guild card. Guild cards are pretty much friend requests. As you can see, Coral Islands is very big, which is why I love it so much. There's the airship. He is... Oh, he's going back down. There he is. Yep, probably went to go find Pickle. Also a Zitsy. Right there. Now with this raptor, he isn't aggressive unless you attack him first. What's funny about those antennae you see on his head is they'll flap up, creating a bright flash of light. Actually, I'll fight him a bit, since I have the weapon for it. You do your flash. Yep, there's a flash. Time to ride the chicken raptor. I'm only doing this fight just so you can see the flash, but this monster isn't very aggressive, and he isn't that strong either, unless you don't know how his flash... Oh, and here comes Buford the 2. And there's that roar. Here he comes, ruining all the fun. As you can see, he's dropping, and there they go. As you can see, he doesn't like monsters fighting hunters. And there goes Titsy's flash. Titsy Yaku. Gonna fly? Love that roar. Are you leaving? Nope. And got the mount on him too. The local felines are helping. The Grimokine, as they're called. Wow, he stays there for a long time. I'll have to sharpen soon. Oh, as you can see, the scales on his mane are glowing, so that means all of his shells that he drops will explode automatically. He also has one of the coolest fighting themes, being very reminiscent of German-styled concertos. Thank you, Draven. There goes the... Oh, nice, Draven. Thank you. You got the tail. Wow. My first Basilku's tail. Let me sharpen real quick. This is probably a bad sharpen. No, it's not. And he's running away. And that was your first tail cutting off of Witnessing Sigma. How'd you think? I have received 3. That is a first for me. I usually receive 1. What other areas I want to show you here? There's a lot of areas I want to show. Let's fast travel. I will... Yeah. Really awesome. Alright, I'll switch to... Oh, well, GS takes time. I'm actually going to use the Radovan one. GS takes time. If you really want to get used to like GS and all the other slow weapons, like, well, I don't really know what determines a slow weapon. I mean, hammer is slow at times, but can also be very mobile. A great sword, if you learn how to do it right. Like, for example, Nathan, if you're charging a shot, but then you shoulder bash, that shoulder bash will go through monster moves. So it'll pretty much be like the counter move to that a longsword does. Yeah, longsword's easy. Longsword's easy compared to a greatsword. Greatsword you just need to get used to, and it's all about hit and run and patience. My main weapons are Charge Blade and Greatsword, which are 2 similar weapons in a way, but Greatsword is more mobile than Charge Blade at points, while Charge Blade is more mobile than Greatsword at points. It's all about finding which weapons you work well with. So far, the only weapon I've always used is... Ah, okay. Well, it's whichever you're comfortable with. So this is the Palumu nest. I was hoping he would be here, but I guess he's not. Guess I'll just have to track him. Oh, he's right there. So what you're about to see is one of the greatest monster creations ever made. Meet the Palumu, the flying wyvern puffbat. Rolled wrong time. The physiology of the Palumu is, well, once you see him actually do his thing, as you can see, he's blowing in air. You'll see what that means later on in the fight. This is how he flies. As he's blowing up air, he stores it into his stomach. Using that to his advantage, he blows up his neck like a balloon. This also acts as armor to a certain degree. He has amazing flight capabilities as well. Taking me all the way over here? I know he does. But when he does do that bat face, it's even cuter. Oh, come on. Oh, I hear Basil. There he is. Ruining everything. Let's get out of here. Yep. And for anybody else who will be watching this video in the future, and you guys right now, don't forget to subscribe and maybe even hit on that like button. I'd be very appreciative. Let me actually give one of those. And as you saw right there on the right side, that is auto crafting. Oh, is he over here? Yep, he flew his way over here. Still want to fight. And I run right into that. Oh, missed that. I think I'll just skip this fight. Been here long enough. I could be anywhere. Could be anywhere. Yep, this is Coral Highlands. One of the more pretty areas. Onwards, and actually downwards. Rotten Vale is actually directly below the Coral Highlands. It's known as the Monster Graveyard, but another fun fact about it is it's actually a part of a giant skeleton of one of the largest elder dragons in the series called the Dalamander. And you'll probably guess what kind of monster it is just by what skeleton looks like. this... Well, first of all, switching weapons. I might go for that, but I prefer this heavy bowgun. So this is known as the Rotten Veil. Let me actually grab one of those. Known as a monster graveyard. And as you can see, this is just one giant rib cage. This across the entire map is just one giant skeleton. Oh, and here comes one of our lovely friends, the Beyblader, leaving a trail of bones behind. Get rid of some of these. Alright, so now it'll be clearer. This is the rib cage of a giant Dalamander, an adult Dalamander. In previous games, you'd only be able to fight a baby Dalamander. So this is what an adult looks like. Well, at least a dead one. These blade-like shells that you see on the side are what are on the back of a Dalamander. So what that implies is this Dalamander died by being crushed. By who? Hunters still don't know. And here's our lovely friend, known as the Rataban, a subspecies of Urigan. They use their upper body weight and their curvatured backs to roll around to get around faster. The Rataban, other than the Urigan, has tar around his body. This allows him to collect all the bones that are just lying around the Rotten Veil. That's his form of defense. Oh, and it looks like it was a high rank Rataban. Alright, so just to show you the size, this is the bottom jaw of an adult Dalamander. As you can see, the teeth are about like 2 hunters high. Now, the jaw width is up there. Oh, well, excuse you. Still. There we go. So yeah, that's the upper jaw. The monster that's based off of that, well, probably would have guessed it. It's a giant snake. And the entire area of the Rotten Veil is based around its skeleton. Based around its skeleton. My favorite physiological monster. No one knows. It is most likely a Fatalis, which is the strongest elder dragon known in the Monster Hunter world. It looks like the Rataban's intimidating friend, the Odogaron, isn't very happy. Rataban is making the right mistake of running. If the Odogaron actually cared, it would have chased down that Radavan. Now, first thing you notice about him, he has very dog-like features, but he is actually a reptile. As you can see on the tail, they're more of like scales on a snake rather than skin or fur from what a dog could have. He's probably one of my favorite designs just because he's very intimidating. You usually don't want to mess with one, but for now, I'll show you what he's made of. Ooh, ooh. As you can see, he is very aggressive. He is the top predator in the Rotten Vale and the Coral Highlands. He sometimes finds his way up to those more beautiful parts of the world. Gonna need a heal soon. And ow. Yeah, you jump up there. Mistakes were made, my part. Another physiological trait he has. Oh! Might see a fight brewing. Oh, turf war. Monster versus monster. As you can see, Odegarin doesn't care how big you are. If you're biteable, he'll bite you. So I'm just gonna make my way away from that. Try and lose him into the deeper parts. Now these are effluvian fields. Effluvia, as I'm trying to concentrate, effluvia is the decomposing particles in the air that will decompose all the monster corpses that you would normally see in the Vale. Oh, it's fine. It's fun. Oh, got some gyros here. So if you didn't hear me already, this is the effluvia fields. All the yellow gas that you see is actually organisms. They're in charge of decomposing all the remaining monster corpses that are in the Vale. And later on in this stream walkthrough, I'll be fighting a monster that actually has control over these parasites. And might I say, it's a very, very scary fight. Because as you can see, even if I'm just standing in these effluvian fields, my health is dropping. And there's nothing I can do about it. And I don't want to fight Great Gyros, but I will show you what he looks like if he comes down. Great Gyros is based around a saber tooth and a cobra, as you can see from the regular Gyros. Great Gyros is just bigger. Sort of like the leader of the pack. So let me get out of these gases. Trying to find my way. Oh, here it is. And I can't get to it. Oh, I lost him. Get this first. Alright, last area for the stream. The Elder's Recess, the volcanic mountain area. So that was around Vale. Monster Graveyard. It's one of the harder areas to fight monsters because, like you saw in the Fluvian fields, your health is constantly draining. So you have to make sure that you have good amounts of defense or armor that gives you a Fluvian resistance. It is though one of my favorite areas just because of the concept behind it, a monster graveyard. Anyways, about your question earlier about who killed the Dalamander, there's probably only two choices, but one of them is more, I wouldn't say correct, but more I wouldn't say he would be able to beat him. It's the monster Fatalis, which is the strongest Elder Dragon. He has control over fire, but so does the Dalamander, with its huge size and everything. But the Fatalis is known to create atomic explosions that would destroy continents. So I'm guessing it was the Dalamander, but from the looks of the skeleton over there, it was crushed instead of like burned or just stabbed somewhere in particular. And get my cool drinks because it gets really hot. So, man, I already hear an old friend. I didn't mean to do that. Eat that bug. Those are just flying wyverns. They're mincemeat compared to the bigger monsters. Oh, and here is one of them. This is the Dodogama. As you can see from its jaw. Oh, and here comes a regular Ur again. If you remember the rataban is a subspecies. This is the regular species, Urigan. As you can see, instead of bone, it has oar-like scales on its back so that it can climb terrain faster and survive the hot climate that is the Elder's Recess. And where did that Dodogama go? Over here. Wrong thing. Drink a cool drink. So, as I was saying, as you can see, he is very slow, and from his jaw that's steaming, this implies that he can absorb heat through his innards. What the main things he can do is he will actually eat rock and decompose it, creating a sort of forge in his mouth. This he uses to both warm up his body in the not so hot temperatures of the Elder Recess, but also keep it so that his body heat doesn't go any higher, because since he's an amphibian, amphibians don't particularly like heat that much. What are you looking for? You looking for me? No? Okay. Well, welcome to the volcanic area. Magnificent. Here's a Lavasioth, if you remember that Gerontodos from the desert area that I fought with the bow. This is his subspecies, the Lavasioth. Lives in lava, drinks lava, spends most of his days in lava. Oh. Might want to get away from that. He's dolphin diving. Just like the Zerntodos, he does have 2 legs for when he needs to walk on land. But one thing about when you fight this monster, the longer he stays out of lava, the harder his armor becomes. So you want him to be in lava when you're fighting him, which just makes the fight all that much harder. And he knows me. I'm not sure. Oh, it does do a lot. Ow. As you can see, his armor is getting harder and harder. As the fight's progressing, he's getting darker and darker. Ow. Alright, he's going back in the lava. Himself all nice and spludgy. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh man. Oh. Well, that's kind of dumb that they'd do that for him. And run away, you coward. Let me play my music. Yep, that's Lava Seoth. Obviously different from Jern Todos. Here we are at the Diamond Caves. Some Grimalkine, subspecies of feline. They'll help us. Oh, nothing here. I think I went this way. Yeah, I did. Let's go around. I want to show you as much as possible because we're nearing the end of this stream. Oh, I'm not sure if you remember these guys from any of the other areas, but these are the most vicious creatures. See? Vicious. Let you live. Here's a more less heated area. Let me get these stones over here before I head up. Just saying, if you never introduced me to creating a horn, probably wouldn't have this much fun. It's actually a decent weapon. This is the handler. She handles quests. And for when we need to head back on from our expeditions. So yeah, that was all the hunting grounds areas that every hunter encounters. Comment down below which one was your favorite. I'd like to know. And also from all the monsters that you saw, which one you thought was the coolest or the funniest or just your favorite. The Basil Goose, yeah. He's one of my favorites now, too. I also like the Anjanath, and if he's still here, nope, he's not here. Darn. The Pickle, which I have yet to introduce to you. I'll introduce it to you next time. Whenever that may be. But yeah, I do like the siren sounding of the roar. It's a nice touch. It's very cool sounding. And it also allows you to know that you're about to get pretty messed up if you don't move quickly. This is the usual thing I do after a quest or such. I usually go to my farm, then go to the workshop to see if I have any upgrades. What I could do now is show you some of the armor sets. After I see if I can upgrade anything. Nope, never mind. Alright, here's some of the armor sets. We'll start with the leather, which is the basic armor set everybody starts with. I wish I could hide the weapon. I can't. This is chainmail. The regular hunter's outfit. Bone. Now it is red because you can switch your armor pigment to your favorite color if you would like to. Some people, they like to keep it the color that it is, but I like everything to be red. Then we have the alloy, which is different from the other games, to say the least. Not one of my best armor sets that I'd get. Yes, a lot of customization. And then there's a King Beetle. The Vespoid set. This was actually one of the very first armor sets that I completed in this game until I reached high rank. The Hornitar set. And there's funny stuff like the Mosswine mask. Capcom always releases their joke armor. They casted an arm. Gaiju legs, Jagras armor, which is one of the very first armors you could craft. Kulu. And all these armors are based off the monster that you have to kill in order to, or not necessarily kill, hunt. Because sometimes you could capture a monster instead for more rewards. This is the Titsil Yaku armor. The Gyros armor, which, first glance, I know you'd probably think Bloodborne, and you're right. And most of the Gyros' weapons look very much like Bloodborne weapons. Here's the Puke Puke armor. And the difference between alpha and beta is there is a difference, but beta doesn't give you as much skills as alpha would. Here's the Barith armor. Yes, they are all very good, but some, especially later on, you'll laugh instead of be like, ooh, so cool. Here's the Jern Todos armor. Very gladiator-like. And the thing about this game is you can customize however you would like. You have different armor sets for each thing, and you'd still have all the skills that that armor set would have. So there's a lot of customization in this game. Here's the Kadachi armor. Here's the Palumo armor, one of the funnier ones. Here's a Rathian. The pink Rathian. Pink Rathian is a subspecies of a regular one. It's just pink. Here's the Radaban armor. A slight difference between beta and alpha, color-wise. And horns. Gassedan head, another funny armor set. Gain an afro. Barnos chest piece gives you heat resistance for the Elder Recess. Here's a Dodogama. Here's a Zora Magdaros armor, which is very Dark Souls-y. Here's a high metal for a tankier build, like for a lance or heavy bowgun. Ingot armor for a thunder-based build. And the beta, I think, is just a color scheme difference. Here's another funny one. You can get a cat head. And strategist is just glasses. Lavasioth armor. Slightly different from the Gerontodos. More gladiator-like. I like the beta one. The red scheme. Here's Legiana. One of my favorite monsters in this game. I have the full set of the armor. I like the beta one though the most. And also, you can make girl characters in this game, so of course these armor sets would look different on a girl character. So, no worries there, all of them still look amazing. This is the Oda-Garen armor, that red wolf reptile breed. It's Rathlos armor. The Wrath Soul armor, which is a subspecies. Diablos, which is what I fought earlier. The Wildspire Wastes. And the Diablos Nero, which is Black Diablos. Well, female version. Just Black Diablos. Urigan. Another tankier styled armor set. Basilgeist, one of my more favorite ones, just because it looks amazing. guys, and slightly different from the beta version. This is the Siren monster, by the way. Mr. B-52. Here's Damascus armor, arena armor. Here's Dober armor. I have the headpiece already. Very similar to the bone armor. Here's the Death Stench armor, which is actually new for me. Didn't know I could get this. Nice. The skull that you would find in all the other Monster Hunter games is back in this game. Here's the Nergigante armor. This is when we get into Elder Dragons and their armor sets. Like the beta one. And the Teostra. The Kushaladora armor. Teostra is the fire dragon, elder dragon, while Kushala is the wind elder dragon, so Valhazak, one of the newer elder dragons to the series, now has his own armor set. Pretty neat. The Dragon King eye patch. Here's the Pickle armor. I almost had the full set. I just need the helmet, and then I'd actually wear my belt. And then the Blossom Festival armor you can get during the Spring Festival, currently happening. Kula Q head you can also get in events. The Wiggler head, which I already have, can also be achieved in events. And that's it for all the armor pieces. Not much else to show for the beginning of this series, but do hope you all enjoyed, especially you, Sigma. I know you're mute, so you don't need to say anything. But do hope you all enjoyed, and just for the sake of it, a round of applause for Sigma for almost sticking around. Her internet is acting up, but do pray that doesn't act up for the next vids. So, goodbye everyone, until next time.